I'm gonna be hanging my $6,000 camera on the hood of my car to get some really cool shots, and later I'll show you exactly how to do it. First off, let's talk about gear. Here's what you'll need to rig your DSLR to your car. So basically the first thing you gotta do is you gotta clean the surface of your car to make sure that there's no like dust or rocks or anything that can get caught in between the suction cup and can cause the suction cup to kind of detach, which is definitely something you don't want while you're risking your camera and shooting outside. So we're just gonna clean a little bit of the surface here where we're gonna be kind of mounting the suction cup. And you wanna make sure that it's fully dried too. You don't wanna put it on a wet surface because you might, again, it might end up detaching. So for the first shot, I kind of want to get like that driver's shot here. So ideally, camera about this height will be kind of perfect. So this is like my DIY rig. I got these suction cups from Movemax. I ended up getting a plate that I have with my other camera, so just a regular dovetail, and you can screw it into the kind of holes. It's a small rig dovetail, and I just added kind of a little ball head, tripod head, so I'm able to kind of adjust the level and everything, but everything is like pretty secure, and having two, and we're gonna add a third one too, but having two mounting points really reduce the risk of like failure, because like one suction cup can have a failure point, but usually 2, 3 or more suction cups, again depending on how heavy your camera is, will have less fail points. So never just take one suction cup on an expensive camera because you're risking a lot that it might die. Then once you clean the surface off, you take the kind of like little protector hoods that they have and you just level it out to where you'll want your camera height to be. And then all you do is push this, but basically you don't want to see that little red line. So for the second one, and then at this point you can go and do a little close-up, and maybe on this side just because you see that red line here. So you just push it until the suction grabs, and then you just want to make sure that you don't see that red line. And so when you start pulling on it, like this is gonna rip my hood before the camera goes off. And then the reason that we have this is for extra, you know, panning and tilting as necessary. Once you have your car mount rigged and everything, you can go and you can add the camera, and just wanna make sure that everything is fully secured and that it won't be going anywhere. We're gonna add a third suction cup just as a mounting point, as a third kind of backup. So if anything happens to this, if there's one failure point and potentially a second failure point, at least we're gonna have this one as a safety so the camera doesn't go falling off. So I'm just gonna attach this one. And what's really fun about these ones, Movemax offers like 2 different lengths. They offer a 7 and a 5-inch Noga arm adapter that you can rig, so they're really practical for different rigging situations. So this, just a regular Magic Arm Noga arm, you can go and you can rig it directly on this, but this is just going to go and add a third point of attachment onto the rig. This is mainly just for me. I like being extra safe and making sure that my camera doesn't die. So you're gonna wanna have an ND filter. Your ND filter will allow you to get a much better exposure, especially when shooting outside and you have a very harsh sunlight like we have now. But you're also going to need a polarizer filter. If you look in the camera right now, you can see the difference between having a polarizer filter and not having a polarizer filter. So you're removing all of the reflections, and a lot of the times you have the glass will reflect the clouds or the sunlight or the trees or whatever it's reflecting off of, and you won't see the driver as well. So a polarizer filter is something you definitely need if you're doing car shots exterior, because if not, you're not gonna see anything in your camera. Well, it's time to test it out, and oh man, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. The moment of truth. Oh boy, oh boy.
First with
Yeah, I did.
Double checking. I would have been.
That would have been shitty. So now I'm like, hey, okay, if this dies, I'm probably gonna quit YouTube because like I'm not gonna buy another camera. Like, so if this fails, you'll know why I disappeared from YouTube. Well, it survived the first shot, so let's rig it other places. Well, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys learn a few things and get motivated to go out and create and get some cinematic car shots. Alright, don't forget to like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, but this is fun. This is like really, really cool.
I know, I can tell you're enjoying it.
I'm enjoying it. I'm like, I've never been as stressed out, but also never had as much fun.